Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. My messages are about love, creation, infinity, because this is who we are. We are infinite love, we're infinite creation. Why? Because of the human heartbeat. The human heartbeat gives us life. It creates us. Without the human heartbeat, we wouldn't exist. It's this pulse of life, this pulse of creation. It generates the electromagnetic field around the human body that powers our brain so we can think, be conscious and self-aware, for our organs to function. And the most beautiful thing is that the biological creator, the human heart, it generates the pulse of creation, the heartbeat, and then we are alive, and that's our instinct to be alive because of the heartbeat. And then what happens? We love with our hearts. So the first place that gives us life, the heartbeat, where everything gets started, consciousness, self-awareness, starts with the human heartbeat, the pulse of creation, the pulse of life, the electromagnetic field. This tells us, hey, you're alive so you can love. Why? Because you love with your hearts. And we're sentient beings, you see, we are benevolent species. It's our instinct to love because we are alive. You know, we love with our hearts and we're alive because of our heart. So we live to love and we love to live. This is our nature. This is who we are. This is our instinct. Our instinct is to love. Our instinct to exist is so we love. It's beautiful. So our instinct is to love. So we are benevolent species. We are a heartful species. We are a good race. This is who we are. We are heart-based race, love-based species. We are incredible creators. And this is who we are. This is our nature. This is who we are. This is the nature of the human race, to love, to create. Right? Because if we miss that hint, which we could, then nature gives us another hint, which is, so you understand that you're here to create and to love. You reproduce, so you make love. So you have children, so you create life. And then what's our instinct? To love our children, to love our creation. And then we raise them so they can also create themselves and love themselves. But this is not the only thing that we do. That's just the beginning of the sequence. We just alive, we just reproduce, that's it. But then what we really do as sentient beings and conscious, self-aware, benevolent species, intelligent as we are, with the ability to love, the ability to create, that's what we do. Our purpose, the seed of life, is that, to create. Our purpose is to exist, to live, to love, to live, to create with love. The love behind our actions, the love backing our actions, the power of love. So this is what we're here to do. We are here to love. Not only by loving our children and making life, by making love, but also by creating other things, because this is what we do. We're innovators, we're creators, we're builders, we're developers, we're producers, designers. This is what we do. We create art, music, you name it, paint, whatever we do. This is what we do. We create. And we create with love. You know, the creator always loved the creation. I mean, there's not such a thing as a creator that hates the creation. Otherwise, it will be an ugly creation. It won't be a creation that we would appreciate. A creation is beautiful when there is love behind the action, right? Because love is the biological delivery system of creation at a biological scale. You see, love is the way we create, biologically speaking. We create with a love, so it's always the passion, because we all have a heart, so we all resonate with it. The signals of love are always felt in the heart. You send love, someone feels the love, because we all have a heart. It's energy, it's resonance. See, signals, we feel it. We feel the love, emotions in the body, feels good. Oh, wow, this person loves me, I can feel it. Or this person is being loveful, is loving. Wow, it's amazing. Look at what the amount of love that person has for their children or for the creation, for what they do. You can see the passion, it feels, it radiates, you know, it's resonance, it's radiance, you can feel it. So this is something that is just is. So obviously when you love what you do, then it shows, and society agrees. Say, oh, that's an amazing song, I love that song. See, oh, I love that sport. Oh, I love this, oh, I love that. So this is what we do. We love, we create. This is our nature. We're creators. We are infinite creators. And Why is this? Because of our electric nature, electromagnetic field. And you see, the electromagnetic field is not just the electromagnetic field because of a random act. There's not such a thing as a random act in nature. Nature, creation itself is not random. There's nothing random about infinity, creation, eternals, existence. It's not such a thing. Creation is an organizing pattern. It's an organizing structure. It's an organizing agent. Creation itself is energy, structured energy. It's intelligent, purposeful energy at different scales and different levels. So, for example, we have the astronomical level, which is the sun. And then the sun is just this beautiful energy source. And if you think about it, it created the conditions on Earth. It created us, really, fundamentally speaking, with stardust. So if you think about it, the heart has its own electromagnetic field of creation. It has a fusion reactor. It has its thing. It has this pulse of life, this pulse of creation. And this energy goes across existence and it creates things. So it created the conditions on Earth through different methods, physics, gravitational pull, gravitational forces, angular momentum, high energy intensity, all sorts of things that happen as a result of the sun's electromagnetic field. And then it created the conditions on Earth, which is also spherical like the sun. And the Earth itself has its own electromagnetic field. But the creation at the astronomical level of the sun with this energy is different from the creation at the Earth level terrestrially, because the Earth is at a different density. The sun is less dense, is much higher frequency, much higher vibration, is a much higher energy level. It's a creation itself. It's amazing what the sun is. So if you think about the Earth is much denser. It's much heavier. The matter is heavier. So, but it also creates itself. It has its own electromagnetic field at the core of the Earth, its own pulse of life, its own pulse of creation. And that electromagnetic field, which is spherical, just like the sun, and the Earth itself physically is spherical. So that electromagnetic field created what? The conditions for us to exist, biologically speaking. So there is an atmosphere because of the electromagnetic field of the Earth. And then we have a biosphere, and then we have all these conditions that happen here, the biome and all the ecosystems and all the support systems that we have here on Earth. So biology and biodiversity and all these systems can actually exist and be created by the conditions on Earth, within the Earth. So what is that? Well, life, DNA, us, the human body, the human race, and all the other races and all the other species out there. But let's talk about us, because we are sentient beings. We are highly evolved, intelligent, benevolent species. We have a heartbeat that allows us to exist and gives us love to create, and we're conscious and self-aware at a very high level. We're an incredible species, highly advanced, highly evolved. And what makes us, what's the pattern? Remember, I talked to you about creation is not random. It has structure. It has organized agents. It has organized structure, organized patterns of creation at different scales, different densities. But at a density, which is a biological density because of the human cell, the DNA, all these different resonance that happens as a result of it, which is nature. We also have our own electromagnetic field, just like the Earth, and it's spherical as well. You know, like the brain is spherical, the heart's spherical, the eyeballs are spherical, just like the Earth, just like the sun. And these three things are connected. You see, the heart, the brain, and the eyes. And I'm gonna talk about it because this is part of compass. Compass itself is spherical, representing our nature. And obviously, you gotta think about it, the connection between the spheres, this heart, the brain, and the eye. So I'm gonna explain what that means in a second and what that represents with the sun. But today's video is about purposeful sequence. So the previous video was about time blocking and scheduling and how you go about your commitment levels for daily action, which is important because we're talking about action now. This is a fourth primary element of compass. Action, it proves free will. Daily action proves free will. Purposeful daily action is a proof to free will, is what we create. We create with our actions. We're creators. We're purposeful creations. We're lovers. We create with a love. So follow the sequence essentially is purposeful sequence, is the actual sequence of actions that you take and the orders, the best practices to make sure that your actions are the best actions that you can take in order to make your dreams come true as a creator. The purposeful creation that you're building. So I'll get to that in a second, but let me just finish the notion of the eye, brain, heart connection with the sun. Because of that energy nature that we have, that sphere that we all are, because of our heartbeat, our creation, our love nature, our scale of creation is not astronomical or terrestrial, is biological. And the biological delivery system of creation is love. We make love, we create life, we have children, we love our children, we raise them. So we love the things that we do. So it's love that powers us, you see, because it comes from the heart. The heart gives us the pulse of life, right? So we exist. And isn't the heart itself that created us in the first place, biologically speaking? So is energy itself? So obviously love is an energy. Love is an energy. It's biological energy, signals, chemical signals, receiving receptors and senders. We have all this connectivity. It's all biochemical, but it's creation itself. Is what drives us to create, to put things in motion. It's electromagnetic. Love is a powerful source of creation. It's biological creation. It's beautiful. Love is just the most beautiful thing. Love and freedom are the most beautiful things because we're free to love. So this is our nature, to love. So love makes us free. We get liberated by love, and freedom is an expression of love. So if you think about it, what it means, what it represents, so it's all the compass, it's all spherical, full circle, it's 360 degrees. This is who we are, it's spherical, just like the sun, just like the earth, our heartbeat. So, and what's a sundial? We are a sundial, just like the compass. We are a sundial. You see, we are a sundial. Why? Because the creator itself is the sun, right? The Father. He created the conditions on earth, and earth is our mother. Created the conditions for us to exist biologically with the sun. The Father and the Mother together created the conditions, and our biological creator that enables that mechanism in the first place, electromagnetically speaking, just like the electromagnetic fields of those, is the heart. So the heart gave us that connection. It tells us you're alive, you're electrical, you love, this is what you do, this is what you are electrical current, you're love. Love is energy, love is creation, biologically speaking. So you go and love, you live to love, and you love to live. This is what it's telling us, and we do it. So then let's just put it together. Sundial. And what's a sundial? Sundial is the tracking of the motions of the sun. So we know exactly where the sun is at, so we can identify our coordinates and identify our location. And we can know the moment of the day based on that. It's a dial. So we're a sundial. The sun is here and we're the dial, so we move with the sun because the sun is our creator. And how do we do that? How do we turn into sundials? By staring at the sun with our eyes, because our eyes are spherical. Say that, how do we become a sundial? By staring at the sun, because the sun's spherical, like our eyeballs. And our eyeballs are here to see. We see through our eyes. Our perception of reality comes through our eyes. So it's all about the eyes. You see, we perceive with our eyes, we see with our eyes, and we believe what we see. And reality is mapped out in our brains through the eyes. And no coincidence that the brain is behind the eyes. So it's all together, it's all combined, it's all part of it. So we have the iris, and the iris has cone cells that allow us to see light and color, so we can have high resolution of existence with our sense. The most relevant, important sense that we use is the sight itself, view, seeing. So obviously we look at the sun, we can stare at the sun. You see, I can stare at the sun, nothing happens, I stare at the sun. Actually, I'm just going to move here so I can have a little bit more of a light, because I love light. I'm light. We all light. So I'm going to have the light sunsets. It's transitioning, and I want to use the sunlight. I love it. Natural light. So we stare at the sun, and then we build the portal. We build the bridge. We open the portal, which is essentially the connection with it is a biological need. It's an urgency that we have, because the electromagnetic field